Hello everyone, myself Mitesh Savalia from Praveen Patil Polytechnic, lecturer in Electrical Engineering Department. In this video, we are going to start chapter number 5, last chapter of the subject. The name of the chapter is Electromagnetic Induction. So in this chapter, we are going to learn the effect of current while flowing through the conductor. How conductor behaves when current is flowing through it in magnetic terms. So we will start with the first and foremost basic law of the electrical engineering, that is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So first of all, we will learn what is Faraday's law. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction have two laws in it. The first law describes the induction of EMF in the conductor, and the second law quantifies the EMF produced in the conductor. That means the amount of EMF produced in the conductor. That law is covered under the second law. So first law decides that EMF is induced, and second law decides if EMF is induced, then how much EMF will be induced. So we will see one by one Faraday's first law. Any change in a magnetic field of a coil of a wire will cause an EMF to be introduced in the coil. This EMF induced is called as an induced EMF, and if the conductor circuit is closed, the current will also circulate through the circuit, and this current is called as a induced current. That means whenever any conductor cuts the magnetic field, then because of this cutting of this magnetic field by the conductor, EMF gets induced in the conductor. That is the meaning of the Faraday's first law. So Faraday's first law states that, in other words, that whenever conductor cuts the magnetic field, then the EMF is induced in that conductor. The first law of Faraday's. Now we will come to the second law. Faraday's second law states that the magnitude of induced EMF in the coil is equal to the rate of change of flux that links with the coil. The flux linkage of the coil is the product of number of turns in the coil and flux associated with the coils. That means the amount of induced EMF depends on two factors. One is strength of magnetic field and other is the speed of the rotation of conductor. So the amount of induced EMF depends on two factors. One is strength of magnetic field, second is the speed of conductor. The linkage flux will be higher than the induced EMF will be higher. The linkage of flux will be higher in the two conditions. If the magnetic field is stronger, then the flux linkage will also higher, and if the speed of the conductor is also fast, then the flux linkage will also be higher. So these two factor will decide the amount of induced EMF. Faraday's law formula. According to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, the rate of change of flux linkage is equal to the induced EMF. The formula for Faraday's law is given by E is equal to minus N d phi by dt. Now considering the Lenz's law, the flux phi in the Weber, B is a magnetic field strength and A is the area of the coil. Now there are two types of induced EMF, as we have seen that whenever conductor cuts the magnetic field, EMF is induced, but there are two types of induced EMF. One is statically induced EMF and other is dynamically induced EMF. So now statically induced EMF is further classified into the two parts. One is mutually induced EMF, second is self-induced EMF. Now mutually induced EMF. Now let's say this, with the help of this diagram, we can say that coil A is supplied with the voltage source V and coil B doesn't contain any voltage source. Now when the current flows through the coil a magnetic field around the conductor gets produced. This magnetic field of coil A gets linked with the coil B. So this linkage of flux of coil A with the coil B, that linkage is called as a mutual induction. Or because of this linked flux in the coil B, EMF gets induced. That EMF is called as mutually induced EMF. Now self-induced EMF. Self-induced EMF, as name itself indicates, that whenever current flows through the conductor, it produces a magnetic field, and because of this magnetic field, conductor creates its own EMF. Then that EMF is called as a self-induced EMF. As from the diagram we can say that we have only one conductor. That conductor is supplied with the voltage source, the battery V, and as current flows, magnetic field gets created around that conductor, and because of that magnetic field, conductor produces its own magnetic field and own EMF. That EMF is called as a self-induced EMF. So this was all about Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. If you have any doubt, you can call me or you can message me. Thank you.